Lesson 2, guys. Let's jump into it. Identifying what are your core values and your mission and or your mission statement, right? That's more usually like a business term, but you can totally apply it to a personal brand as well. So your core values are essentially what shapes your decisions and influences you on how you really connect with your audience, right? So by the way, guys, when I always look up here, it's because I've got a little camera there, so I kind of jump between the two of them. So you can think of your core values as almost the foundation of your personal brand. And a good exercise in terms of value discovery is try and pinpoint 3 to 5 values of what are your non-negotiables, right? For me, for example, it's authenticity. I would say innovation, empathy is a big one of them. So ask yourself, what principles are non-negotiable for you, and think of it both personally and professionally, right? And just write down simply 3 to 5 words, what comes to mind. And that can be a good starting point or launching point for you to then build from if you haven't already thought about that. And then I mentioned your mission or your mission statement, right? So what is the statement or idea that really defines what you aim to do, for whom and how, right? Use this formula. So I am to do X for Y by Z, right? So a good example is I am to inspire entrepreneurs by sharing actionable business insights to build their businesses or scale their businesses, right? Just a simple, like 1 sentence mission statement. Again, guys, you don't have to do this. It's just really more of a thought experiment to get you thinking in the right way, because you don't want to just aimlessly build a brand, right? The whole point is, I would argue, the more you refine your approach and the more you have a goal that you're trying to hit in terms of identifying your core values, having a mission statement or a mission, and really knowing who your core audience is, the more you define those, the easier it is to head toward that goal and target that goal, right? So I would really suggest you, at least even if it's just in your head, start thinking about what are your core values, your mission, and who is your target audience, and how do you connect all of this together in a very authentic and congruent way, right? And you can even, an elaboration is you can really start thinking also like, what is your messaging or your brand message? Combining your core values and your mission to create a strong, unique brand message. I would suggest maybe just writing something down, a few sentences, get the juices flowing. Always good to have a goal in mind, guys. So next steps is, as you go through this platform, nothing that you start with is never finite, right? Meaning you could come up with some values right now and a mission and maybe your brand messaging or your initial brand message. That's totally open to interpretation, and you can evolve it totally as you go. So just because you come up with something today doesn't mean it'll be the same thing tomorrow. The point is, take action, start thinking about, if you're serious about this, guys, and you know what? I'm hoping that some of you guys kind of jumped in here just wanting to get a few thousand more followers or maybe 100,000 followers extra or something like that. But now as you're going through this, you're starting to develop and evolve that idea and starting to think like, all right, well, how can I actually really put incredible value out into the world? How can I define what my brand is? How can I potentially monetize this into a business and leverage my personal brand, and starting to think a little greater? Maybe I know a lot of you coming in here are already thinking that way, but that's one of my kind of sub goals I'm sharing with you, even though sub goal is not even really a thing. So guys, like I said, start thinking about this. Maybe write down a couple of key things, notes here, which can evolve over time. Let's do this, guys. Let's start taking some action and building your friggin' personal brand to go out there and absolutely dominate. All right, see you on the next one. Cheers.